Welcome to the channel, Classy Frugality. My name is Tanya, and as you will see, I am hanging up laundry on the back porch. So I'm going to finish hanging up some laundry, and then we're going to talk about ways to save on your laundry. So stick with me. If you're looking for ways to save on your laundry, it really is as easy as 1, 2, 3. So recently, one of my regular viewers requested to see a video about how I save money on my laundry. So I thought I thought it was an excellent idea. So thank you, Pam. I thought of all the different ways and all the different things that I do to save laundry, and I've compiled it all here. So, like I said, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, hang dry. 2, use less expensive products. And 3, monitor the settings on your machine. So let's look at number 1. Hang your clothes to dry. You've seen the way I hang my laundry out, both at the beginning of this video and on other videos. I don't have an actual clothesline out right now. I have had that in the past, and we're talking about putting another one out soon. But for right now, what I use is the folding clothes racks. I guess that's a good word to call them. And then I have the big hanging one that you can hang the clothes hangers with the clothes on. It has the wheels at the bottom. Those were, I think 2 of them were given to my husband, if not all of them. He gathered those all 3 up at different times, and 2 of them are broken, and he fixed them for me, but they work wonderfully. I just set it out on my back porch, and if it's raining or it's too cold out, I just have it in here in the house. I have put it in there in the dining room before. I've kept laundry drying in my bedroom, just over against the wall on that rack. I've done an extra room. They really take up a minimal amount of space. Also, hanging your laundry to dry is really better for your clothes. Those little pills and stuff that tend to get on sweaters and even on like less expensive polyester materials, you know, the types of shirts that I'm talking about, they tend to peel up really badly. Hanging stuff out to dry kind of helps prevent that a little bit. It's just better overall for your clothes. Also, there's the question of shrinking material. So if you have something that's prone to shrink, something 100% cotton, what have you, it's better to hang it dry than to put it in the dryer and then wait and find out that your once pair of regular size pants are now capri pants, or you now have a belly shirt instead of a regular shirt. So there are just all kinds of advantages to hanging your clothes to dry. So that was number 1. Hang your clothes to dry. All right, number 2, use less expensive products. And I have some things here. I'm going to show you all exactly the products that I use, and I'm going to tell you exactly what they cost, and then we're going to talk about some comparison products. Now, before I get started, I do want to say that I am not sponsored by any company or manufacturer or of any of these products. I'm not getting any money for mentioning these product names. This is just stuff that I use in my house, and it works well for us. It may or may not work for you. That's just something that you would have to try and decide for yourself. Okay, so the first product. Now, this was $1, and I got this at the Dollar General. It came out of their $1 aisle. I've seen some other stores carry it too. My local Roses store carries this. It's also $1 there. They do stay out of stock of it a lot. There's a blue scent. I can't remember what the blue scent is, but this one is Powerhouse In-Wash Scent Booster, and the scent is Lavender Burst. This just smells so good. Ooh, just smells, ooh, really good. And just for comparison, this is a 12-ounce bottle. Just little scent beads. It's a 12-ounce bottle. So I looked on Walmart.com and I looked up Downy infusions. Actually, I looked up Downy Unstoppables and nothing came up, but there was a bottle of Downy Infusions Calm In-Wash Scent Booster. It looked very similar to this bottle, you know, with the colors and stuff on it. The scent was lavender and vanilla bean. This one is just Lavender Burst. It was a 12.2 ounce bottle. This is a 12 ounce, so it had 0.2 of an ounce more than this $1 bottle by Powerhouse. Do you want to even guess what the price of that was? Same size bottle, practically the same scent. It was $9.97. Nope, no way. I've never tried their products, so I mean, they could be wonderful. It could be the best thing in the world, the best investment for $10 that you could ever have, but I'm betting that it's not. To me, this right here, it smells so strong when you open it. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to how long it lasts on my clothes because I put the clothes up, I put them in the closet, you know, I get them back out, I know they're clean, whatever. But I don't sniff for this. But while you're using this, this smells great. I don't always use it. Just every now and then when I feel the urge that I want a scent booster, I'll get it. But $1 versus the Downy version, $9.97. So that's what I get. Dollar General, dollar aisle. Next product that I use is this LA's Totally Awesome Bleach. And this one in particular is the lavender scent. This is a 96 ounce jug of bleach. This works just fine for us. I put it in on my towels. I'll put it in with the sheets. You know, I'll get the water agitating and add it in, and then I'll add the sheets. That way there's no big bleach spots. But I looked up on Walmart.com again, of course, for a comparable product, and I found Clorox brand, Scentiva, Lavender and Jasmine. So this is just lavender. And the Clorox jug was 81 ounces for $5.72. Now this one is 96 ounces for $1. The choice is clear to me. We have lots of people who will buy nothing but Clorox. They're very brand loyal. I'm not brand loyal. Now, if a great sale comes on Clorox and it somehow ends up the same price or cheaper than this, I'd get it. But no, I mean, no. I could literally have like 6 times the product by buying this. All right. Next product is this laundry detergent. This is LA's Totally Awesome. Again, it's the same brand as this bleach here. LA's Totally Awesome. They make a good spray cleaner too. We use it to clean spots off our carpet. But this right here is Oxygen Power Laundry Detergent, and it is in a 64-ounce bottle. Now, this was $1 too. I got it in the Dollar General dollar aisle. You can't always find this size in the dollar aisle. Sometimes it's I think it's 32 ounce or something. It's a smaller container. But for $1, this detergent does what we need it to. Our clothes don't typically get that dirty. Like we don't work in professions that require us to get extremely filthy. Prentice does work in maintenance, but the stuff he usually does is not that bad. Like he still wears khakis and a polo shirt when he does his job. I have a desk job, so I sure don't get dirty. My clothes don't get that dirty. But everything that I've ever washed in this has come out just fine. Now, with all the different types of laundry detergent, all the different brands and everything, it's sort of like toilet paper. It's so hard to find a direct comparison for anything at all. So, I went on Walmart.com and I just sort of picked just a common middle-of-the-road product, not an extremely cheap and not an extremely expensive, I don't know. Is there such thing as a high-end laundry detergent? I don't know. I picked Purex Liquid Oxy. Just for price comparison purposes. So Purex Liquid Oxy 65 ounce was $5.97. This product right here, 64 ounce, was $1. So, I don't think that extra 1 ounce that's in the Purex bottle is worth $4.97 extra. This works fine for us. I'm going to keep getting this as long as they keep selling it for $1. Check it out. Try it out. What's the worst that could happen? You could lose $1. Okay. Now, how do I get stains out? I don't know if y'all have heard of Fells Naphtha Laundry Bar. But I bought this. Look at it. It's pitiful right now. Because they use this grater on it. And I grate soap off of it. Sometimes I rub it right in. But I've had this for years. Obviously, it started out rectangular and a lot bigger. But this is Fells Naphtha Laundry Bar. What's left of it. You can get a brand new 5-ounce bar of this at Walmart for $1.78. When I do have a stain on something, I'll wet the stain. Then I might grate some of this onto the fabric, and then maybe put some dish detergent and use a little brush, or I might rub the bar directly on the fabric. It just depends on the stain. But that's worked well for me for years. I don't know how many years I've had that. I really don't. I'll probably need to buy another one soon, maybe a year or so. But that's worth it, $1.78 for that. It gets stuff out. All right, the last product I want to show you, this is something new to me. I just got this product, and I've never tried these before, but I intend on trying them. This is dryer balls, and I found these actually at Hobby Lobby on clearance for $1.64. It's Farberware brand dryer balls, and I'd been reading about these. I'd been wanting some. I'd actually been wanting some of the wool ones, but this is what I found, and I thought, why not? Let's try them. It says it softens fabric, reduces wrinkles and static, reduces drying time, and saves energy. And of course, they're reusable. So you just toss them in there instead of dryer sheets or fabric softeners. So I'm not even going to buy those anymore. If this works, I'm not buying those anymore. Because they stick together, and when my husband does laundry, he throws 3 or 4 of them in there. And then I get irritated. So we waste dryer sheets. I can't wait to see what these do. I really don't use dryer sheets that much in the summertime like I do in the winter, because winter's when we get the most static. Anyway, those are the products that I use as far as less expensive products are concerned. So that was number 2. So I said it was easy as 1, 2, 3. What's the third option? The third is to monitor the settings on your machine. I try to do everything in cold. The only time I ever use the hot water in there is if I do have some kind of really bad stain. Otherwise, I just wash in cold water. Using hot water uses extra electricity. Think about it, because you're pulling from your water heater, then it has to work harder to heat up the next batch of water that comes in. So use cold water. Cold water is also easier on your fabrics. Your fabrics are not breaking down like they do in hot water. Also monitor your load size. If you have an old school washer like I do, which I prefer, it doesn't automatically sense the water level. I have had machines that do automatically sense the water level, but the one I currently have does not. You have to turn the knob. And so you don't want to be wasting a lot of water. That costs money. If you put 1 or 2 things in there because you need to wash them, make sure you turn it down to small or extra small, whatever the settings are on your washer. You get the drift. Monitor the settings on that. If you do use the dryer, watch the settings on your dryer. Oh, and empty that lint trap. Not only saves you money by making that dryer more efficient, but it also reduces fire hazards. All right. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you got some good tips on how to save money for your laundry. This is just how I do it. May not work for you. But if you did enjoy the video, I'd appreciate if you give me a big thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed yet to the channel Classy Frugality, I would appreciate also if you would just click that subscribe button down in the corner. Until next time, I hope you have a blessed day.